You want to know the sneaky, underhanded ways that the media propagandists in this country misconstrue and misrepresent information presented to them? Statistics, even, right? Now, I know if you're proactive and you go in and actually read the articles, chances are you'll finally discern the bullshit information that was presented in the headline clickbait article. But the fact that they try to misrepresent it in the headline alone, that's pretty underhand, pretty sneaky, pretty devious, if you ask me. What was this headline that I'm speaking of? This particular one? It's in the business section for CBC News. Canada adds 44,000 jobs in October. Well, on that basis, isn't that cause for celebration? Well, it's shit. Considering how bad the economy's been doing lately, to add 44,000 jobs in a month, that sounds pretty good, right? Bummer. Like I said, headline is quite deceiving, quite misrepresentative of the true facts that are underlying in this article. Ontario and British Columbia make up most of the gains. So let's get down and see where these gains actually came from. Okay, so Statistics Canada reported Friday that most of the jobs came from Ontario and British Columbia, which added 25,000 and 15,000 new jobs, respectively. Most other provinces were largely unchanged. So out of the 44, there's 40 of them spoken for. But what were these 44,000 jobs? Oh, here we go. Oh, listen to this, though. Here's the other part. The numbers blew away expectations of economists who had been calling for a decline of 15,000 jobs. But here's the part that matters most. Most of the jobs were part-time, with more than 67,000 new positions, the data agency said. The flip side is that the economy lost more than 23,000 full-time jobs during that month. So these 67,000 new jobs, the overwhelming majority of all the new jobs created are part-time. Meanwhile, you're losing, they've lost 23,000. So even if you had, 40,000 part-time jobs added, if you've lost 23,000 full-time, that's a net loss in anyone's book, right? I don't care how you look at it. A part-time job, and you know what a part-time job pays and how much how many hours that usually entails. Yeah, you're going to need at least two of them. And think of what the logistics and the bullshit and what that does to your personal life, trying to fucking balance two jobs, right? And trying to coordinate them together and getting one so that you can work this time with that and this time. I mean, think about the increased effort, aggravation, and bullshit. And probably a part-time job is probably not going to pay as much as the full-time job either. That's another thing we got to take into account, even at the hourly or salary rates. So, yeah, this is all net negative. But once again, because the political propagandists in this country, they like to completely misrepresent and misconstrue information that they report. This is the kind of stuff. And think about how many people will just read that headline and move on, right? So they'll be out telling people, oh, look, we added jobs, without even understanding the actual fundamentals of what that headline meant. It's completely misrepresentative of the true reality of the job situation in this country. And not just this country, but a lot of Western developed countries around the world. We see the massive decline and how it's happening and how it's going to affect not just each successive generation, but even a lot of the older people that are now trying to go back or back into the workforce, trying to make up for the fact that the government stole all their money, their pensions are underfunded, because the cost of living increases, they just can't get by, and the increased valuations, speculative valuations of houses. I mean, like I say, it's a net negative no matter who's involved, except for those in the central planning. They don't get affected by this. They don't give a shit about any of this. As long as it doesn't affect their bottom line, their ability to steal and plunder the masses. And a corporation, a government corporation like CBC, do you think they care? No, because it doesn't affect their bottom line either. When you have the ability to plunder not just living people today that are living in this country, but even future successive generations to pay for your income, your entitled lifestyle, yeah, they don't care. It's the lowly masses, as we're seeing time and time again. The people that have actually, built this country or built everything that you can lay your eyes upon. Those are the people that are being negatively affected by this kind of shit. But the political propagandists want to cherry coat it, want to put a little spin with some sugar on top for you so you don't realize and recognize just how perilous and how far downhill we're sliding. It's the truth of the matter, folks. It's Canadian Libertarian, and I love liberty.